Peace and paradigm shifting, good people. It's Coach Twilight. Today I'm coming to you with a powerful but quick message. I'm doing a new thing called segments, whereas I can talk about just one specific topic and give you guys more insight and information on that topic. And I'm keeping it short because I want you guys to be doing the inner work, meditating, and really allowing these things to resonate with you so that you can go through the steps necessary to evolve. And of course, I'm right here with you. 30 and 60-minute sessions are offered. You can see that in the description below. But today's topic is why you should not be quick to numb the pain. Allow yourself to feel it all. Okay, so here is the thing. I'm going to talk about myself, and then I'm going to give you guys the reasons behind why I say what I say. First and foremost, we do a lot of things, strange things, in order to numb our pain. Now, on average, the average person, they're going to drink, they're going to get high, they're going to sex the pain away. They're going to do everything so that they do not have to feel those feelings. And I totally understand it. Because when the physiological response of when you are going through a heartbreak or any type of unwanted feeling like grief, it almost debilitates you. Your mind starts to create a feeling all over you, and it could become extremely inconvenient. You're probably thinking to yourself, I got work, I got kids to take care of, I got things I got to do, I got places I got to go. Life is moving quickly. I ain't got time to be sitting around on my pity party, feeling sorry for myself, going into mental places where it's going to cause me to be less productive in life. And I get it. I totally freaking get it. But when we are talking about the law of attraction, energy, and like attracts like, we fail to realize that the things that you are repressing is also a part of that like attracts like. So if you are repressing emotions of guilt, fear, anger, anxiety, shame, you're also going to be attracting that into your experience, whether it's consciously or unconsciously. It does not matter. So if you want to be more intentional, if you truly understand that you have to energetically line up with the things that you want, you have to cleanse yourself, okay? And not just on the surface. Now, let me tell my story. Going through a painful breakup, right? Initially, the hole in me felt like the size of a pizza. And I know what it takes to do self-healing. So I go out and I seek the proper counsel. I will also go ahead and I will do the things that I need to do to better understand what's going on. Now, this particular set of pain was a pain that I decided I was not going to push away because I did not want to continue to attract certain toxic energies into my experience. And obviously, just sitting under a tree, meditating all day long, sun gazing and eating delicious high vibrational foods is not the only, it's not the only thing that is going out into the universe. Okay. I could not escape my inner child and the things that I'd experienced in my lifetime that wasn't so much of the highlight reel of my experience, right? I couldn't. Because what we have to understand is what these holes represent, these voids that we feel. Most people say that people are creating relationships from a place of trauma. Most people are attracting relationships from a place of voids. And the reason why we're doing that is because when these things happen to us as children, we did not have the conscientiousness and the wherewithal to get through it in a healthy way. So what do? We plug the holes with something artificial. I'll give you an analogy. Remember that girl who got the itty bitty little titties, the itty bitty titties? And you remember how it was always this big thing for a young lady to stuff her bra if she wanted her breasts to appear larger, but it was done with tissue. Okay, when you're a child and you're experiencing these traumatic and devastating situations and you don't have the proper guidance to walk you through these situations, you plug the holes with tissue. You make your breast seem bigger with tissue, okay? So that's what we did with the voids in our lives. We filled them up with artificial things, artificial ideologies about ourselves, artificial defense mechanisms. Oh, I'm out here and I'm going to pretend to be so big, bad, and tough. But on the inside, I'm deeply, deeply wounded and deeply, deeply afraid of even tapping into and looking at that wound, okay? And I have an invested interest in keeping people away from seeing how wounded I am on the inside. So guess what? This artificial thing that I'm projecting out into the world is something that I'm going to go to bat for 100%, up until the point of being violent, cruel, mean, sadistic, and getting all out of character, just because I'm so afraid of dealing with this inner truth on the inside of me that's festering and has been festering for years. And I apologize. I hope that I'm not shaking the screen too much because I'm getting passionate. Okay, so now that we've set up the premise and we understand what people are doing, they're filling up these holes with artificial ideologies, things that they project out there into the world, images that they want people to see, just so that they can keep people avoiding looking at them. And then whenever those holes are triggered, what are we doing? We're distracting ourselves. We're drinking, we're sexing, we're texting, we're on social media. This particular time, I didn't allow that to happen. So I felt a lot of the pain and energy from my childhood. And as I was meditating, I was filling myself up with love, direction, because I have a video called Be Your Own Parent. And so me having codependency and parentified inner child issues, I'm soothing my inner child. So in this meditation, I'm imagining the white light coming from deities such as Obatala, and the violet light energy protecting me. And I'm putting in warmth, love, healing, guidance, direction, protection. And then it dawns on me. The narcissist, when they plug into your network as an empath or a codependent or a healer and otherwise, they are not able to plug in unless you got some artificial holes inside of you. So because of that, they're plugging into people who have these gaping voids. See, they always say that the narcissist goes after the special one, the one who has all these various different things in society that makes you appealing. Sure. But what about those gaping holes in the inside when you were abandoned as a child, when you were neglected as a child, when you were traumatized, when you were abused? I get it. You don't want to deal with it. You don't have time. But guess what? The universe got time. Hell, time ain't even a real construct in the universe. So if you want to continue to attract these same types of toxic individuals, you're going to have to understand that if you don't plug those holes up with real truth and authenticity, love and healing, and you're still got them filled up with the artificial means by which you choose to block out dealing with your true pain, then guess what? You're just going to cycle out and continue to attract the same, more of the same toxic people. You're wondering, why am I such a great person and I'm attracting all these toxic people? They only can plug in through the voids that are inside of you. They can only plug in through the unhealed parts that are inside of you. Okay? They don't give a shit about your authentic personality or your true gifts and talents. Hell, they probably don't even know your middle name. Nor do they give a damn as long as you are able to supply them with the source that they need. So they plug into your holes. That's how they get their tentacles into you. Okay? And then by plugging into your holes, now you've created yourself a trauma bond. You're secreting cortisol, you're stressed out, you're secreting serotonin through the love bombing and the hoovering that they're doing to you. And then on the other side of the table, you're gladly, irresponsibly handing out your healing love and your resources, just freely giving it away. Why? Because they're plugged into your network, and they can only plug into your network through a breach in the damn system. If we want to just talk security on internet, there's a breach in your system. Okay, there's a flaw in your security protocols. Your Maccabee ain't working right. Okay, your malware bytes are failing you. Okay, because the holes that are inside of you, if you don't let them come to the surface, and trust me, I know that physiologically it can almost debilitate you sometimes when you are dealing with the deeper inner pains of your past that you just don't want to see. But the truth of the matter is that when it comes to the surface, and when you are in the stillness, and when you are in a place, your guides will show up. And the truth of what you need to do in order to fill those holes with authentic love, approval, and healing, that too is going to come to you. But of course, you are going to feel the energy and the frequency of the pain, and it might feel like little needles are prickling all over you. It might feel like you just want to cry and curl up in a ball. But the truth is, once you bring that to the surface and you are able to get into a place of stillness, give yourself time, get into a place of stillness, your guides are going to give you the truth on how to handle it. Make sure before you do this, though, that you are in a safe space, a space where you could truly allow yourself to get it out. If you want to scream, if you want to cry, if you want to shout, fellas, you need to get in on this too, because this is important for you guys too, for your emotional evolution. But understand that then after that, after some time has passed and you're satisfied with getting that energy out and you felt what you needed to feel, start to write these things down. Start to journal, because when you journal, there comes clarity, okay? So after you have gained that clarity through journaling, start to meditate, get into the stillness, and ask, okay, specific guides, okay? Not just any guide, spirit guides. You don't know what spirits are coming after. Ask the true spirit guides that you have named, that you have chosen, such as like Oshun or Obatala, or even Sekhmet or Baset, or, Krishna or Buddha. Ask them what steps necessary, or even your higher self. What steps necessary do I need to take to fill these voids that I never got an opportunity to when I was a child? And I guarantee you, they're going to give you a true, authentic answer so that you can fill this up, so no one ever plugs in through the back door of your network again in that way. Obviously, there's levels and layers to this, but we're just going to keep on learning, evolving, growing, and building.